Hi, Tristin. I'm so excited that you're coming to Casey's party tonight. I cannot wait to share these books with you. My name's Heather, and I'm a team leader with Usborne Books and More. And I have a stack of books here for both of your kiddos, and I want to share them with you now. But I also want to remind you that our party tonight starts at 8:50. The party itself starts at 9. Doors open at 8:50. That way you can poke around a little bit, get acquainted with our In This Post section. That In This Post section is going to allow you to click on favorites from the videos or chats, whatever we're talking about at that point in time. And that will be emailed to you after the event. That way you have a list ongoing of books that you want to research a little bit more. Feel free to ask any questions along the way, and I cannot wait. Let's start with your youngest first. You said you're using or you're learning colors and numbers right now, so I wanted to start with the colors. Now, we have several books that I absolutely adore for colors, but one of them I don't have on hand right now. The one that I always recommend is That's Not My Zebra's Colors. It is perfect for a 2-year-old. It is a fabulous way to introduce colors in a really fun and silly way, and I absolutely adore that one, so be sure to check that out. Another one that I couldn't put my finger on this afternoon, I don't know where it went, is our baby's very first touchy-feely colors playbook. This one is very similar. This is a lift the flap version of it, but the idea is the same. It's got the finger trails to help them, as well as those fluffy additions. That's going to be great for tactile learners, which of course young children are up to about 3 or 4 years old. So that's super, super important. And then the pages are going to be filled with colors and identifying what color each of the items is. So it's super, super fun book. I really do enjoy that one a lot. Now, another one, not kind of outside the box, that a lot of people don't actually even look at, which I find really funny, is a super lightweight, perfect for a 2-year-old. It's called Woodland Friends, and I adore it. Such muted colors. They're absolutely beautiful. But some of the animals, when it talks about them, like the orange fox, or the yellow duck, or the green frog. So you're going to be able to introduce colors in a way that's not so in your face, and it's absolutely beautiful book. I absolutely adore this one. The orange fox peeps, what can he see? Yum, yum. The busy woodpecker pecks at a tree, peck, peck. So it's super, super fun, super easy to read, and super, super lightweight. So I really do enjoy that. Let's talk numbers. I have 2 books here. One is really old, and one is more on the new side. And they are books that I absolutely adore, both for different reasons. The first, I don't know, did you ever have any of those little board books that came in a box? They were like mini board books. I hated them. Hated them with a passion. Many books were banned from my house for a very long time because they would never get back in the box. The box looked really ugly on my bookshelves. Really, really hated them with a passion. I don't know. I can't impart any more into that one for you. Then came Usborne Books and More, and a friend of mine asked me if I would host a party, and I did. And in that party, she shared the block book sets. This happened to be one of the ones she shared, and it was one of my first books that I picked up. That was over 4 years ago now. And it says, I Can Count. And look, it looked so perfect on my bookshelf. And check this out. It was stuck together by a magnetic clip. This is over 4 years old. The magnet is still just as strong. This is used often. Obviously, I use this one as a demo book at my booths now because my kids are a little old for it. But I adored everything about this. I could match. I could say, hey, Caleb, can you go bring me the book with the dog on it? Or could you go bring me the green book? Or could you go bring me the book with the number 1 on it, depending on what his age range was? Then each book has a little number. So it's number you trace, the bold version, 1 written out with the word, 1 and 1 more is 2. So some basic early math skills. 1 and 1 are 2, 1 for me and 1 for you. Yes, I know it by heart. I know every one of these mini books by heart. Super fun. And then check this out. Best part of it, for my daughter anyway, and my son too. Let's see if you can see them. Let's see if I can get them stacked up high enough. They are blocks. How cool is that? I absolutely love them. And then, of course, the goal is to put them back in place perfectly and they get to match them in order to do that. So I love that concept. Super fun, super easy, and super, super educational. They love them, and I love them because I can just put them on there. We also have wild animals and farm animals. Tells a little bit about their habitats, where they live, what they eat, that kind of thing. And so I love those. Last but not least, I wanted to mention this counting book. This is Nibbles Numbers. Nibbles Numbers is part of the Nibbles series by Emma Yarlett. Nibbles is a famous little monster who loves to eat through stories. And in fact, in his debut book, Nibbles the Book Monster, he eats through a bunch of fairy tales, and we get to catch him in the end. But then, of course, he jumps out of his book and he gets into a new book, and the new book is going through a dinosaur guide, and he's eating his way through a dinosaur guide. And then he jumps out of that one too after we catch him, and he jumps into an educational book, and he learns all about his numbers and letters and all sorts of things in that book. Colors. That's Nibbles the oh my goodness, name of it, Nibbles and the Monster Hunt. My goodness, I cannot remember. Those are for a slightly older crowd. This one is the Nibbles Junior of the crowd. This one will really help those kids who have older siblings who love Nibbles and never had a Nibbles book of their own. So this is Nibbles Numbers. We get to let Nibbles out. He has a neat little story. Say hello to Nibbles. He's ready for some fun. But will he get up? What will he get up to first? He's nibbled the number 1. What a naughty monster. Now what will he do? Do you know what's after 1? And it's rhyming. Of course, the number 2. I love this book. Excuse me for that. I love this book because he has nibbled through 2 holes on the 2 page, 3 holes on the 3 page, and so on and so forth. He goes up to 10. It's a rhyming story, so you have that rhythm and rhyme that's so important in early literacy, rhythm, rhyme, and repetition. And then he's eaten his way out of the book, and it tells you to start again. And you get to start at the beginning. This is such a fun, engaging book for little kids to hear, and then ultimately they'll start reading it, and they'll start learning those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So check these books out. I absolutely adore them. Have a fantastic afternoon. I can't wait to party with you tonight.